What's up, everyone? We are back, FBU Podcast. It's your host, Anthony Bevilacqua, alongside my co-host, Vince Gabriel. Today, we're going to be talking about...
I got demoted.
We're going to be talking about, of all the things we do to be more successful, this is number one. And I don't want to let the cat out of the bag here, so we'll... what do you think? Can I say it? The reasons to do?
No, you could no, because you don't even know. You don't even know the reasons yet.
I know
so no, you can't say it yet.
So go ahead, man. Let's get it. Let's get it
All right, we're getting right into. Okay, good. So yeah, I thought they were going to do some witty banter and talk about like the Knicks, winning Game 2 last night or something. But I
know.
Guess not. I guess
I forgot you're a Knicks fan.
Big Knicks
like
fan.
Me. Yeah.
Big Knicks fan. Yeah. So it's good. It's good. Big Tom came over. Big Tom came over the house and we watched the game. Okay.
What was the last time they won a playoff game?
A long time ago.
Yeah, it's a long time. I can't even think.
Okay, so the title of the podcast is if there's one thing that I could look at that helped me be more successful, it's this. There's a caveat to this whole thing, right? If there's one thing that I have done to be more successful, it is consistently growing. It's consistently focused on learning, on acquiring skills, on seeking out mentors, on reading books, listening to podcasts. I look at the people, that have been in the industry a long time, right? And I look at the people and I compare them, and the ones that are most successful are the ones that continue to push it and grow. And so essentially, one of the reasons why we created a mastermind, why the FBU Mastermind exists, is to get that growth in a very, very specific way. So this way is the SPF Mastermind is specific to helping gym owners grow their business. And the whole thing was created on the premise that most gym owners that started a business were never taught how to run a business. You and me both, AB, right? They were never taught the business skills that are needed to make it. And it's hard, right? It's to go from a trainer where all you knew was sets and reps and training to all of a sudden having to understand marketing and sales and pricing and hiring and leadership, and it's like a lot of stuff.
It's funny, like the training stuff is the easy part. Like when you look back on it, you're like, wow, I wish I was training again.
I know. And so there's no real thing to prepare you for this. There's no gym owner college, right? And every one of the gym owners I know never went to never got like an MBA or a business degree. They just were trainers that said, I just probably should start a gym at this point. Right. And then all of a sudden you're thrust into it and you sign a lease, and now you got all this pressure and stress, and the way out is to grow, right? The way out is to learn skills that can help you become a better business owner. And that's the entire premise of everything that I do, and everything we do here at the podcast, every book I write, every seminar I do, everything is geared towards helping gym owners become better business owners. Because if you're better at business, you're going to have a better life. If you're better at business, you're going to have a better life. You're going to have a better life because you're going to have more freedom. You're going to have freedom of time. You'll have more freedom of money. You'll have more freedom of purpose. Everything will get better in your life if you get better at this game of business. Yeah. And so we're on the brink of our first live event in a very long time. It's been a while since we've had a mastermind meeting in person. So coming up in July, as we record this is, close to the end of May. And so today I wanted to just talk about what the heck we do at these meetings, because I talk about it all the time, the SPF Mastermind, in my emails, and people always respond like, well, what do you guys do there? What are the things that happen? And so a lot of people know. So I wanted to record a podcast on the things that we do, and who should attend something like this. And I'll preface this by saying that this is not a seminar, right, then anyone can attend, right? This is not like an open to the public seminar that you would buy a ticket to. That this is a private event that my private mastermind members come to. And it's included in their tuition to come to these 3 live events a year. But what I do every year is I open up about 5 spots for guests to come in and these spots are for people that are interested in the mastermind, right? They're not for just like, oh, let me see. Like, there are people that have listened to this podcast, they've read my stuff, they've read my books, and they're interested in the mastermind, but they're just not sure they want to make, a big commitment yet. And so that's what I do. So I let about 5 people in, and they hang out with us for the weekend. And then after that, they usually become a member. But so that's kind of like what we have available is these, 5 spots to come in and spend the weekend with us. And I do think, one of the biggest reasons why is like everyone's probably dying to get away right now, right? If you haven't been to a live event in 15 months, you haven't been to anything like this in such a long time. And I can already feel it by the amount of people reaching out to me saying, okay, what are the details and stuff like that. So I wanted to kind of give a couple of reasons of maybe if you're a gym owner listening to this of, maybe why you should consider getting a guest pass.
Yeah, and I think one of the things it's like I've been part of the group for 3 years now. Is it 3 years?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I'm still learning and growing. Going back to what you said before, and I think that one of the things that it seems to be like I'm noticing it's like a pattern. It's like you go from being a trainer, then you get yourself out of the trainer role, you go into the sales role, and you become the salesperson. And it's all about learning these skills, delegating it, and moving on and learning the next skill. So I feel like I'm at the point where I'm past learning the skills, and I'm at the point where I'm delegating it. So my 3rd year, it's like I'm on my it's not my senior year, but whatever. You get the idea. It's like I'm elevating myself to the top year after year.
Well, you're making a good point. And what usually happens in business is that you go through these periods where you hit ceilings,
yep,
right? Where you get stuck. And you got going in the beginning, and you get a bunch of clients, and all of a sudden you kind of hit a wall when you got to like hire a bunch of people, right? And then you finally hire these people, and then you hit another wall with everything's disorganized and there's chaos everywhere. And then all of a sudden you hit another ceiling where it's like, all right, you want to go do other things, but you need to get the business to be able to run, without you to be able to do those things, right? And so like there's all these, every business will hit these ceilings, and there's some pretty, and if anyone's interested in this, I wrote a book called The 4 Stages of Fitness Business Success that kind of explains these periods that we go through as gym owners.
That's a book, wasn't that? I thought that was
like it's a book. Yeah, it's a book.
It's a really, if you guys haven't listened to that or read it, whatever, heard Vince talk about it, maybe we should do a podcast. I think you might have already though, but maybe we should retouch upon that, because that is super powerful to kind of know where you stand in your business and what level you're currently at, so you know where to go for the next level. I remember when you first explained it, I think it was at one of the mastermind meetings where you explained the different levels. It was so eye-opening to know, okay, I'm at level 2, I'm working my way up to 3, and so on.
It gives you a lot of clarity, because sometimes you think you have to do everything and you have to focus on everything. And what the stages does is it looks at, all right, where are you right now and what should you be focusing on? And the biggest mistake that people make is, and this is like just a quick one for the younger gym owners out there that are kind of just getting rolling. The biggest mistake that you can make is to do things big businesses do when you're really small. Right. And so like when you're doing, you're just starting out, like there's really not much else you need to focus on except getting new clients.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You don't need to have the perfect systems. You don't need to have the perfect brochure. You don't need to have, you don't need to hire a bunch of people. Like all you need to do is, when you're just starting out, you need to get to a critical mass of customers. You need to make some money. Because if you don't make any money, you can't hire anyone. And if you don't have any money, you can't pay people to help you market the gym. You need money in the beginning to grow.
And I feel like you also go through stages when it comes to that too. It's like you have to invest in the team at certain points. So like you're making more money, but you have to delegate that money to the team. So this way it frees up your time so you could elevate yourself again to make more money and kind of do that process over and over.
That's right. Very good. Yeah. So you listen to me. That's good. I'm glad.
Every once in a while.
I'm glad in the last 177 calls that I've been on with you in the mastermind that you've picked something up. Okay, so here's the reason number one you should come. Well, it's really not a reason. It's more just telling you who it's for. So this mastermind, the SPF mastermind, is for gym owners only, right? So I do not take online trainers in the mastermind. If you're one of the guys that pivoted, online and, you want to get more clients, like I'm not your guy, right? I'm a brick and mortar guy. If you own a brick and mortar, if you own 2,000 square feet of brick and mortar on Main Street, USA, and you're trying to grow that business, like that's you're for me.
Isn't that called a micro gym, technically?
I guess so.
Like the type of gym that because when I hear gym, I think of like Gold's Gym. So isn't it like a micro gym? Isn't considered
it matters of what people identify with. So I would never identify myself as a micro gym. Right. So, and this is a good lesson in marketing is how do people identify themselves? Right. How do be so you could identify yourselves by a studio owner, right? Or yoga people would identify themselves as a boutique fitness place. Right. So from my research, people like me that are in the mastermind, they would say I'm a gym owner. Right. And the majority would say that. So but that's a great point, AB, that you bring up is like, do people identify themselves as mom? Did I identify themselves as leader or dad? Like, how do they identify themselves? And using the same language that they use to identify themselves is hugely important. So but the first point is the mastermind's for gym owners. So you're going to be in a room with 40 other people that are doing the exact same thing that you're doing. And that's what allows us to have a very, very special group where everyone's kind of speaking the same language. Everyone understands. And honestly, the cool thing about our group is like the majority of the models are very similar as well. Some of you do small group, some do large group, some do one-on-one. But I would say the majority of the people in the mastermind are doing a combo of small group and large group. And so even from that point, the group is very similar in that, all right, we're not only gym owners, but a lot of us even run the very, very similar model. So if you're listening to this, right, and you're a Pilates studio owner, like this probably may not be the best environment for you. But if you're listening to this and you have a 3,000 square foot facility and you do small group personal training with ratios of 1 to 6 people, and you want to grow your business and expand, like this is utopia for you, right? This is utopia for you. And that's so the one thing I've always tried to preach to you guys in marketing, and I'm doing the same thing here, is like, this is who we're for and this is who we're not for. So that's kind of point number one, is that if you own a brick and mortar gym, this is something that you should definitely consider attending. So that's kind of the first point. The second thing is, I think I kind of touched on this earlier, but I am desperately needing to get away personally. So I signed up for a seminar in Cleveland, Ohio. And I cannot wait to go. Like, there ain't nothing in Cleveland.
Not for nothing, Ohio's actually really nice, man. Ohio's not.
I don't care. Ohio. I just want to drive for 7 hours and be in the car by myself. That's the only thing I want.
Have you ever been to Ohio?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's a lot of fun there. It's awesome there. There's a lot of stuff to do there. A lot.
Oh, all right, good. I didn't know that.
What kind of seminar are you going to?
It's a Dan Kennedy event. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there you go. I'm very excited. So I'll be schlepping in my car, driving 7 hours to Cleveland. I'm purposely driving, not flying, because I want to spend time in the car and listen to podcasts and just think and stuff like that. But I've been craving this. I've been craving getting away. Not that, I love my family and all, and I hate being away from them, but sometimes you need some separation and some space. And that's how I feel right now. And I think that's how a lot of people feel. I have never had the anticipation of this mastermind, of what's going on in our Facebook group and how much people are excited about it and how many people are talking about it. It's like, no, I've never seen it like this before, of the excitement for an event. So that's the second reason why you probably should consider coming, is because you haven't done anything like this in a really, really, really long time. And it's probably going to be a very healthy thing for you to get away, to get some headspace, and to get outside your business for a few days and start working on your business. That's number two.
Yeah, and I would say veteran move. I would say to definitely, if you're coming out, give yourself a day after and stay and digest everything and go through all your notes and formulate an action plan. That has worked successfully for me. Every single event that I've ever done is spending another day. Every time I've spent an extra day of just like, okay, here's all my notes from this weekend. This is, what am I implementing? What am I not implementing? And then just, I have my one sheet to go home with. Okay, this is my plan, my roadmap.
Beautiful.
That helps tremendously.
That is a veteran move. Very good. They taught us that when I was in the strategic coach program as well. Number three is when you come, you're going to be surrounded by other very, very successful people. So there are multiple seven-figure gym owners in the SPF Mastermind, multiple. And there are also a boatload of high-performing six-figure gym owners. So this isn't like kind of now we do have members that are, some guys are just getting started out and some guys are still pretty small. Okay. But the reality is there's a lot of successful people in this room, and you are the product of the 5 people that you surround yourself with. And so this is a great place for you to start, is to all of a sudden for 48 hours, for 2 days, to be rubbing elbows with some of the top gym owners in the country, but even just other people that are doing the same thing that you're doing, right? It's almost like it's lonely be doing what you do, right? It's lonely to be a business owner because you probably can't talk to your trainers about the business side of things. And sometimes you don't even like to talk to your wife or your spouse about it. And, it's just like sometimes you need an outlet, and the only one you want to talk to is someone that knows exactly what you're going through. And so surrounding yourself with other gym owners allows you to do that. Was it fourth? This is the fourth one. So number 4 is you're looking for ideas, resources, and tools that can help you make more money, right? And so I think that a lot of us have been, in this camp where, we've been like operating from a level of like urgency. Right. We did everything we possibly could to like keep our business alive. And we did, we went and gave out our equipment, and we went and we did virtual workouts. We did Zoom workouts, and we did like all this stuff, right? All this stuff that enabled us to keep our business alive. And sometimes what we need to do is we need to just borrow someone else's brain. Right? That like we're almost like tapped out right now, and borrowing someone else's brain, and then vice versa. You could do the same for someone else. Like maybe some of the things you did would be like gold to another business owner. And that's the beauty of a group. That's the beauty of being a part of a mastermind like this.
Well, we get that every week. I always steal things from you all the time. You posted something yesterday about email headlines. I made it into a video today. So this is the beautiful part about being part of the program, is sometimes when you just lack that, like you said this, the best, I think it was during the pandemic, just like, when you have like, you're tapped out, you don't know what else to think of, you don't know what else to do. And then you get an idea and that's it. You take your idea and then run with it. And that's exactly what I did.
All right, AB. So number 5 is you want to know what's working now for other gym owners. And this is one of the top sections that we talk about in the mastermind. We do this on a weekly basis, right? Well, we'll kind of get up there and people will say, all right, this is working for me. This is working for me. But it's really cool to show up to an event and to not only hear what's working. We have we have this one segment that I love. It's called 9 money-making ideas in 90 minutes. And what I did is I picked 3 of our top mastermind members, and I gave them each 30 minutes to give me 3 of their best money-making ideas, right? And that has to, something that they've done that's worked well for them over the past like year, right? And so what they do is they give each, so you get 9 ideas in 90 minutes. So they go 30 minutes and each idea, they go for 10 minutes. And then, so what you leave with like 9 things that you could do to implement your business. And I've vetted all of these ideas, right? They had to submit these things to me and I had to approve them, because I don't just want, well, I did a Facebook ad and I did this. It's like, no, you got to tell me what it was. What did you do? What were the results? And then I had to approve the process to be able to get them in that slot to speak. So this is highly vetted stuff. So you're going to get access to what's working now. And that's like, this is what working now, the best stuff of the best stuff. So if you want to show up and get a bunch of money-making ideas right away and figure out what's working right now in 2021, that's a section you're going to want to pay attention to.
Yeah, I love that you got the data for it, because some people just say things work and they think it works. And what is working? If I get one client, is that actually working?
Yeah. No, like we have a guy right now that is crushing it with his website. And he's legitimately gotten 30 new clients in the last 30 days from tweaks he made to his website. And so like, I want to know what that is. Like, what did you do?
Yeah.
Like, what did you do to the website that enabled that? Because you didn't get 30 clients last month.
Yeah.
Right. What changes did you make? And that's what it'll be. So it's like, I did this, and this was the result that was produced by that.
So did you give away one of them just now?
I think I did. No, actually, no, that's not even one of them. He didn't even make it. Number 6 is you need clarity on what to do next. Clarity on what to do next. Never have I ever gotten this question more than, what direction should I go? Should I go bigger? Should I go smaller? Should I open up multiple locations? Should I stay where I am? Should I keep my one gym and then go open up another business? Should I go just spend more time on real estate? Should I make my staff smaller? Should I make my staff larger? Should I increase payroll? Should I decrease payroll? Like, I've never gotten more questions in terms of a direction to go, because, COVID, ran us through some pretty uncertain times. And so one of the things you need to do to be able to know what direction you should go is to give yourself headspace, is to give yourself time to think, is to get out of your environment, because you're probably not going to make the decision of where you should go next when you're sitting in the middle of your gym. You're probably going to make that decision when you're having a conversation with another great gym owner at the bar, right? And you're talking about what you're struggling with, and you're talking about what you want to do and what you thought you wanted to do and what you really, really want to do. And that's when these eureka moments come to you, not when you're sitting in the middle of your gym in the middle of a session. So never before has clarity been needed more. And an event like this gives you the time, the headspace, and the access to information and the access to good advice that will help you and guide you towards making better decisions of where you should go next and what you should do. And we have a whole section at the end of every meeting about what to focus on, because that's another thing that people struggle with. It's like, all right, what do I focus on? Like, I got all these ideas, and what I don't want to do is give you all these ideas during the weekend and then confuse the hell out of you. Don't do any of it. So before you leave the weekend, we nail down what are the things that you need to do in the next 120 days to hit your goals. And that's a really, really important part of it. That's a really important part because it allows you to stay focused. And there's the whole story of that I told on the Mastermind call on Wednesday with Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, and Bill Gates Sr. And someone came up to him and asked them, "Hey, what is the secret to success?" And they all turned at one time and said at the same time, they said, "Focus. Stay focused." So we're going to help you stay focused. We're going to give you what are the things that you need to do. We're not going to give it to you. We're going to guide you through an exercise that's going to allow you to extract that information. So clarity on what to do next.
Yeah, that's huge. And I think a lot of people just overanalyze all of it. They get all these ideas and everybody gets, I think you had a name for it when someone goes to an event and they get like all crazy after it and then they do nothing. There's a name for it. I forget what they call it, but it's just like,
not squirrel marketing, is it?
No. But still, you have all these ideas and you get like, just very excited and then you never do anything. And I think like having that clarity on what to do next is so, so important because that's what ultimately lets you to grow because then you can implement all the stuff that you've put, you have in front of you.
Absolutely. Yep. And the last one here is if you've been a follower of ours, if you listen to this podcast, if you've read my books, if you followed the content that we're putting out, and you've maybe even been thinking about joining Mastermind and you're not ready to pull the trigger yet, this is a great opportunity to this is like a test drive, right? This is like my 30-day challenge, right? This is my, I'm putting you inside the walls of it, and then you can decide by the end if this is a fit for you. But I know there's a lot of people out there that are interested in what we're doing, or there's curiosity around the Mastermind. And this is a really, really low risk way to test it out. And here's the thing, there's really not much to lose. It's a couple $100 to come and join us, but there's really not much to lose because even if you don't end up liking it, you're still going to leave with like a ton of great ideas that's going to help you grow your business. So it's for the people out there that have been on our radar or that we've been on their radar and they're thinking about doing something like this. They want some guidance. They want some help with their business. And they want to just test it out and see what it's like and meet the people in the group and, spend 2 days away. So I think that's another great reason of why people should come. It's a low risk way to check it out under the hood of SPF.
Yeah, and you could come visit New Jersey.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's like Ohio.
You didn't mention where it was, man. We forgot to mention where it was.
Yeah, it's in Berkeley Heights, New Jersey. So it's like 2 minutes from my gym. And you actually, when you come out, we have workouts every morning. So it's a Friday, Saturday. So I'm setting up private workouts for the Mastermind members. So you could come to my gym and work out. And you actually can come in and see the gym and see, we'll have sessions going on at that time. So you can see, everything that's going on.
Are you doing it at a hotel or are you doing it at the gym?
It's at the hotel. So it's at the Embassy Suites in Berkeley Heights, which is a super cool hotel. I actually go to this hotel a lot during the week and do work there. They have like a really, really massive Starbucks. It's got like these big leather chairs and couches and stuff. And it's on like this really large, it's in this really, really large corporate park. So there's like tons of real estate. And there's places you can go for long walks. It's a great place to have a business meeting because there's like a lot of outdoor areas and things like that. So I go to this place it's actually 2 minutes from my house. And actually, AB, we're having a barbecue at my home. So I'm inviting everyone
awesome.
That's part of the Mastermind into my house. Vanessa and I are going to throw a barbecue and that. So you really get on the inside.
That's really, really cool. Yeah, I feel like the Embassy Suites is like our home. With CEO, we've had so many meetings there. We've been in like every room in that place.
It's a great hotel.
It really is.
It's a really good. Yeah,
it really is. Yeah, I'm kind of jealous that you have it so close to your house that you can just go there and work. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, it's great.
Really, really cool. So if you guys are interested in possibly taking up one of those seats, just send us an email, Jill@VinceGabriel with 1 L, devour.com and just let us know. What do they have to put in the subject, Vince?
Mastermind. Yeah, just put mastermind in the subject.
5 slots. That's it, right? Only 5?
There's now, I believe 2 have been taken, so I think there's 3 left. Yeah.
Oh, wow. You guys better hurry up. And what's the dates on that, Vince, again? July
23rd, 24th.
There you go, guys.
So it's coming up. It's coming up, and it will probably close registration on it in a couple of weeks. So we're not going to have it open forever. So if you are interested in and this podcast resonated with you, definitely reach out to Jill, and she'll take care of all your. She'll make sure you get your hotel room. You got to book all the hotel rooms early. They book up really fast.
Are you having guest speakers this time, Vince, again?
We are, and I won't be revealing them on this podcast.
Yeah, those were legendary. You know, it's funny because we still talk about some of those people who've come to do talks, like to this day. Like we always talk about Joe Hashie's JV presentation. Like still, how long was that? 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Joe
Hashie will be presenting again.
On JV again?
Not JV. No. Yeah.
Yeah, because that presentation's like that's one of the best. Look at you drinking a Bang energy drink, man.
I have not had one of these in like 7 years. And I was buying that magazine. I was like, by the way, if anyone watching on YouTube, you got to go buy this magazine. So I was buying this magazine in there and I saw a Bang energy drink. And I was like, I'm going to try one of these. It tastes pretty good. It tastes like cotton candy or something.
Are you going to go work out now, Vince?
No, I already worked out. I work out in the mornings.
So you're having caffeine after your workout?
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
You have plenty of energy for the kids when you get home.
Yeah, plenty of energy for the kids at home, and I'll stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning working. It's gonna be great.
Working. Busy. Well, listen, everyone, it's been a pleasure as always. And if you're serious about taking that spot, there's only 3 left. Send Jill an email, mastermind in the subject, jill@vincegabriel.com, and we will take it from there. All right, guys, we'll catch you on the next one.
Peace.